Hi everybody, this is Miss Gilman again, and I am going to be working with you today on more parts of Unit 7.1. This is a practice page that is included in this lesson. 7.1, you multiply mixed numbers. It is a harder concept. We're also going to talk about how to use line plots to answer questions. So on page 235 in your math workbook, Everyday Math, Volume 2 for Student Edition, 5th grade, page 235, that's where we are. So it says that we have a hiking trail line plot. All right, great. Meadowbrook Nature Center has 12 hiking trails. Below is the length of each trail. So each of these represents one trail in this area, okay? Now it says complete the line plot to represent the data. I notice that I have some fractions here that are fourths and halves. I also notice that my line here, my number line, shows halves, but it also shows fourths. Keep that in mind when you're labeling your line plot. So for me, I'm going to start by labeling those numbers so I know what they are. Do you have to? No, as long as you know what these lines represent. For my brain and the way I think, I'm going to label them. So this is 1 and 1/4, 2/4, 1 and 3/4, 2 and 1/4, 2 and 3/4. And now when I go to make my line plot, it's going to be easier for me. All right, one number at a time. 1 and 3/4, put an X. 1 and 1/4, put an X. 2 and 1/4, put an X. 2, put an X. 2 1/2, 1 1/2, 2 and 1/4, 1 1/2, 3, 2, 2 1/2, and 2 1/2. Now, we've looked at line plots, we looked at data, we did a lot of work with mean, median, mode, and range. We are going to kind of use some of those ideas with the questions that we have on this page. So it says, use the line plot to answer these questions. It says, Leslie planned a family hiking trip at Meadowbrook Nature Center. On the first day, her family hiked all the trails that were less than 2 miles long. How many miles did Leslie's family hike? All right, so knowing that it's less than 2 miles long, that means that every value less than 2, it didn't say 2, it said less. That means each of these X's, I have to figure out how long they went for. So that means that this family went on 4 different trails. So all 4 of these are less than 2 miles. Make sense? So to find the total, I need to add these up. So 1 and 1/4 plus 1 and 1/2 plus, so that's for this X. This X is also 1 and 1/2. And then this one right here is 1 and 3/4. Now I need to add all of those up. Do the math, add these together. How many total miles did the family hike? Pause if you need to. All right, I know how I would do this. I would do 1, 1/4, 1 and 1/2, 1 and 1/2, 1 and 3/4. So here are 4 total miles. 1/2 plus 1/2 is another mile. 1/4 plus 3/4 is a mile. So we have 4, 5, 6. They hiked 6 total miles. Number 3, it says on the second day, Leslie hiked the longest trail and her brother hiked the shortest trail. how many miles did Leslie hike? How many more miles did Leslie hike than her brother? So that than means I'm going to do what? Well, I need to find the difference. So I'm going to subtract. My number model would be 3 minus. So she hiked the 3. The reason why I chose 3 is because that's my biggest X. He did not hike 1. There's no X there. He hiked this one. This is the shortest trail that there is. So we're going to do 3 minus 1 and 1/4 equals M. All right. I'm a picture person. There's my 3 miles. Minus 1 and 1/4. What's left? 1 3/4 miles is left. Absolutely. Finally, it says, on the 3rd day, Leslie's father challenged himself to hike all of the trails that were longer than 2. It doesn't say 2, it says longer than 2. How many miles did Leslie's father hike? Okay, so every single thing right here, all of these X's, represents a trail that is longer than 2 miles. All right, how many trails are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He hiked 6 trails. Now I got to do the math because I needed to know the total and my number model. My number model, this X right here is worth 2 1/4. And I'm going to click the screen so you can see a little bit easier. This X right here is 2 1/4. 2 1/2. 2 1/2. 2 1/2. 3. That's what we have to do. Add those up, find your total answer, and then hit continue. Pause it. Hit the pause button right now. Did you hit pause? Did you? All right, here we go. 2 1/4. 2 1/4. 2 1/2. 2 1/2. 2 1/2. And 3. That's how I do my work. I look right here first. So let's go to my numbers over here. I know 1/2 plus 1/2 is a whole. I know that 1/4 plus 1/4 is half, plus another half is a whole. So that's 2 wholes. Now let's add 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He hiked 15 miles. That's how you do that question. I hope that this gives you some information. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. We are going to go over some of these questions during my live Zoom. So if you're on my Zoom with me, make sure you're ready to ask questions. Have a great day, you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.